interest rates just skyrocketed yesterday, but I'm going to show you again why it's a good time to buy. Those articles, I'm going to go over where the interest rates are actually at today on Real Estate Daily. Welcome everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage market. Now, before we jump in, let's do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button. And because I think that to a certain extent, YouTube is shadow banning me, hit that notification bell. Every time we go on, you'll get notified of the best 5 minutes in real estate and mortgage every single day. Let's jump right into it. All right, CNBC, my girlfriend Diana Olick. Look at that face. That's a face that launched 1,000 mortgages, right? 30-year fixed rate mortgage jumps over 7%. Ouch, that's not good. I knew that, sooner or later we're going to see the market take this hit, but I'm still going to go over the reason why you should be looking for a home, because as these mortgage rates go up, traditionally rents go up. And if rents go up and they're going to continue to go up and up and up, that is a huge inflationary measure. But let's hit the next graph. I went over this yesterday, and it's very interesting. If you look at this graph, we're looking at it as, and it shows here this point on Friday the 1st, of August 1st, 1997. Interest rates were at 7.36. We're not looking at anything different than, let's say, 25 years ago. And in fact, that was kind of a point in which it had been in the 7s and 8s then for a long time. For years, it had kind of floated between 6.5% and 9%. Guys, most everyone out there is spoiled brats, okay? Why? Because we're all looking at the last couple years. Oh, I had 2%. Oh, I have 3%. Oh, I have 2%. Guess what? For the majority of the 50 years of mortgages, they were in the 7s. 30 years of it were above 6. Actually, over 30 years were above 6. Then it came to being a spoiled brat, and people were feeling like this would never end. Well, it should have ended a year earlier, but the Fed and the federal government just effed it all up. And because they effed it all up, it kept the spoiled brats in the sandbox throwing sand at each other. Now today, everybody's all freaking out. And I'm saying, hey, go back 20 years and it was in the 6s then. So let's not freak out at this point. Let's go take a deep breath and say, do I want something that's not inflationary, like having a mortgage that's every single month the same amount that I know I can afford? And then in the future, we're going to see rates dip, and then I can refi to a lower rate, and hopefully I'll see the value of my home go up so I can get rid of MI, and I can get a lower rate, and I could probably cut down about 5, 10, 15% of my mortgage payment. Or do I want to go rent and just keep seeing it going up and up and up? I'm a landlord. What do I want? As an owner, I want to keep raising my tenants' rents, no question about it. Next article here says new home sales rebound, but home builders aren't smiling. I know they're not smiling. Why? Because it's all about profit and loss. It's not about getting you in a home. It's about making money. Now we're seeing that it went up slightly, or it's, the home builders, or it's even, and they're thinking, well, that's better than it going down. I understand that as well. But when the day's done, we need new homes built. And instead of frivolous spending by the federal government, and especially by our governor and the crap that he's been throwing money at, if he would spend subsidies towards affordable housing in Southern California, then we would have so much more housing. It would solve so many more problems, such as less homelessness, because when you're getting people into houses, that means they're coming out of rentals. They come out of rentals, you have more people going into rentals. You have more people that are open to Section 8, another subsidy in which we need to be funding here in the state. Instead of funding frivolous things that are all about getting votes, we should be funding that. Yesterday, we went over Section 8 and how poorly it's been run here in the state of California. It's just terrible. But I digress. Let's jump to the next one. This is Orange County Register. it says 47% jump in Orange County house payments, cuts prices 5.1%. Well, let's go look at the real numbers. I'm going to go down here. These are the real numbers from August to July and then year over year. It says 1 month change. It says a 12% increase from July. What's interesting is the headline could have been, hey, August was 12% increase in sales over July. Instead, they chose August is 31% down from year to date, right? A year ago. Well, that isn't telling me that the inventory was the same a year ago that is today. And it wasn't. It was more homes that were for sale last year than there are this year. So that number is BS. Let's go look at what is the percentage gain, from year over year. Did my house go up? If I bought it 12 months ago, did my house go up? Well, let's look at prices here. And it says the median home price is $984 for all homes, down 1.6 in a month. So it's down 1.6 from last month. But guess what? It's an increase of 9% over year. So they're saying sales were down 31%, but home prices were up 9%. That just shows you inventory was significantly higher last year than it is this year. That's why I don't like these headlines. They're just they just want to bring a narrative to you. They don't want to bring you the actual headline itself. Last article, yeah, I started out with saying that interest rates had just exploded. They absolutely exploded. 30-year conforming up 21 basis points. We're at 6.72 here. You look at 30-year FHA, went up almost 20 basis points at 6.5. 15 years exploded. We're going to roll right past 6%. There's really no even reason to have a 15-year conforming at this point. Makes no sense. Again, I think that we're going to see the mother of invention. When there's an issue, there's a mother of invention. I know that sooner or later, you're going to see 40-year loans come out. It makes way more sense to have adjustable rates in 40-year. Now, I don't look at the radical stuff that happened with interest only and then partial interest and negative amortization loans that happened 10, 15 years ago. But I think that the 40-year loan needs to be introduced at this point. Or I've actually said this, I see it on, I see it as being let's say a crypto investor that we'll see that the real estate industry will tokenize and a fractional ownership come in where people can be ahead of the house and can do what they want in the house, but they won't own 100% of the house. They'll own by far the majority of it, but the bank will own a percentage of that house and then will share in the equity gains or losses in the house. I think that is the next phase. But I think this all comes out of out of a bad market. Now, tomorrow what I'll do is I'm going to give you my prediction of interest rates throughout the fourth quarter. I know we're starting October here in a few days. I'm going to give you my prediction of the fourth quarter, and let's see what happens. I'll go back over it at the beginning of the year. Otherwise, guys, hey, thank you for joining me today. If you like the content, hit the like button. Otherwise, comment below. More than happy to go over anything with you. If you're a renter, get out of the rental rat race. Guys, that's quote of the day. You guys take care. We'll see you tomorrow.